not used to people engaging with me. Mostly me coming in across the street.
You're not scary, you're just kinda...
Ladies and gentlemen, we know you didn't pick up on this, but let us tell you that there are tons of inappropriate scenes in Wednesday. We don't just mean scary, we are also talking about the cringe and crazy ones. In this video, we will be counting down our top 10 picks for the most inappropriate scenes in Netflix's smash hit, Wednesday. Without further delay, let's get started.
What do you want? Why are you following me?
I don't have time to explain, but you're in danger.
10. Rowan's death scene.
It's perfect if you're fleeing a war-torn country on foot.
Come on, don't you like a day that's all about you?
Just as you are settling in, the movie lets you in on the fact that there is an unknown monster on the loose, and that unknown monster seems less threatening for the most part of the first episode. Yes, the movie is rated TV-14 for violence, but it does not truly prepare you for the jump scare in the scene where Rowan gets killed by the vicious Hyde. In this scene, you can see just how big and strong the monster is. Unfortunately, this is only the first of many that will follow. The Hyde will kill again, and he will leave severed heads and other appendages in his wake.
Enid? Enid!
9. Every other death scene.
You haunt me still. You will suffer the same fate you bequeathed me.
Suffice it to say, Rowan's death was just the beginning. Well, technically not the beginning, because some random hiker gets killed in the woods very close to the Nevermore Academy grounds first. While we can attest to the fact that majority of these death scenes were mostly background shots where you do not actually see the victim killed, we will still say that they were inappropriate. From the loud screams to the squishing sounds and blood splatters, each and every one of these gory details appear too frequently throughout the show, thereby making them too much for sensitive and younger viewers. But hey, it's a fantasy and comedy horror TV series, so we guess it is what we signed up for, right?
The only person who gets to torture my brother is me.
8. The piranha scene.
How long do you intend on giving us the cold shoulder?
Lurch, please remind my parents that I'm not.
We know this is one of your favorite scenes in the entire series, but hear us out. We love Wednesday, truly. Nobody does it quite like she does. She is calculating and just as solemn as she is smart. But you have to admit that she uses this ability to think outside the box for the wrong thing sometimes. And the perfect example of Wednesday doing too much was this piranha scene. We would never condone bullying in any way, but we think that Wednesday's response to her brother's bullies is mean, to say the least. First, she is able to find out their identities with the help of her supernatural powers. And with that signature Wednesday smirk on her face, you can see how she drops 2 bags of piranhas into the pool where the boys had been swimming, without stopping to think about the consequences. The fact that she does this barely 2 minutes into the first episode is exactly why this scene makes our inappropriate list.
Tell me how she keeps winning.
It's a real brain cramp. The past 2 years, no other boat has made it across the lake and back without sinking.
Sounds like sabotage.
Number 7. Wednesday being Wednesday.
Hiding. People keep randomly smiling at me out there. It's unsettling.
It's called having your moment. You took down Bianca Barclay. Try to enjoy it.
As a result of the piranha episode, one of the bullies was bitten so badly that he bled all over the pool. Still, Wednesday shows no remorse. Instead of feeling grateful that she wasn't charged with attempted murder, Wednesday shocks her parents and the viewers by saying attempted murder charges on her records would only look bad because it meant that she couldn't get the job done. It gets worse because later on she finds out that the boy has lost a testicle. In her words, I did the world a favor. People like Dalton should not be allowed to procreate. A very inappropriate thought process, but it's Wednesday, so yeah, we'll laugh at it. At this rate, we wish we could earn $1 for each time Wednesday makes a snarky yet problematic and inappropriate remark. With any luck, we would be millionaires.
My deviousness has finally rubbed off on you. Thing. You know what to do, right?
Number 6. The gatehouse scene.
I didn't want to celebrate my birthday by going to dinner or a surprise party. I want to do this.
The scene starts off with Wednesday tricking Enid and Tyler into a mission. She is naturally upset that the identity of the murderer keeps eluding her, so in a typical Wednesday manner, she comes up with this idea. She makes Tyler believe they are going on a date while telling Enid something entirely different. As she expected, it all worked out, and the three made their way to the abandoned house of the Gates. At some point in the scene, you can see a lot of gory things lying around in the basement. It turns out that this is some kind of lair for Hyde, or its master. We believe we speak for all sensitive viewers when we say this scene was unnecessary. Did the directors really think we needed to see so many body parts being preserved in jars? The scene is disturbing at best to adults, so just imagine how the younger viewers would take it. At this point, we could argue that this series is not for kids, but that's not what we set out to do today.
I can't tell you how I've longed for this moment, what it means for my family.
Silence, woman! Be gone.
Number 5. The cliffhanger scene.
How canst thy heart still beat? What demon sorcery is this?
We loved the final showdown between Wednesday and Mr. Crackstone. The battle was quite satisfying, and we particularly liked the fact that it isn't too graphic. I mean, even the younger viewers can sit through it. Unfortunately, we cannot say the same for the final scene that came after it. In this scene, a bound and subdued Tyler regains consciousness and immediately transforms into Hyde. This scene is a little bit too graphic. To make this worse, it ends very abruptly, which only leaves room for our brains to imagine all possible outcomes for this scene. And trust us, none of those possibilities are good for the guards and the armored truck. While we would never dream of trading places with those poor guards who were only doing their jobs, we must say that this scene was just as inappropriate as it was scary.
What's with the chains?
Don't ask stupid questions.
Wednesday, this is crazy. I'm a normie.
That's only half true.
Number 4, the confession room scene.
Just some light torture. Don't worry, I won't leave a mark.
Wednesday, hold on.
Wait, you mean serious?
Let us start by saying that we understand why this scene had to happen. While we cannot justify everything that Wednesday does throughout the series, this particular scene is one that we understood. At that point, as the series was gradually coming to an end, the stakes were getting higher for Wednesday and her friends. First, our protagonist wrongfully accuses Xavier of being Hyde. But after sharing a kiss with Tyler, she is hit with the realization that she was wrong about Hyde's identity. Xavier wasn't the monster, it was Tyler, and he had managed to elude her from the beginning. When this happens, she is not just angry, she's literally out for blood. Unfortunately, she has no way to prove this, so she decides that torturing him into a confession is the best course of action. She even goes on to enlist the help of the Nightshade members. They then find Tyler and then tie him up in a shed. But we all saw how that played out in this scene, right? Tyler pretends to be innocent. At this point, even the viewers were fed up with Tyler's antics and his innocent look, so it's not hard to imagine why Wednesday was quick to resort to torture weapons. Well, fed up or not, this scene was definitely going to make this list.
I promise you, my little viper, you will love nevermore.
Number 3, the car ride scene.
How would that have looked on your record?
Terrible. Everyone would know I failed to get the job done.
That car ride scene in the very first episode, we probably would never want to sit through that one ever again. Like, you just have to admit that every time Morticia and Gomez are on screen, it's always kind of cringe. All that hand-holding and near kisses, the look on Wednesday's face says it all. We wish we didn't have to see any of it, but apparently you can't have everything you want.
This is the car that hit the mayor.
Okay, this just took a dark turn. We need to call Tyler's dad right friggin' now.
Number 2, the Tyler and Wednesday kiss scene.
I write in my voice. It's my truth. It's what my followers love.
Your followers are clearly imbeciles.
Well, this one is pretty obvious, right? Not long after, Wednesday hands Xavier over to the police and she goes to see Tyler. Still shocked by the situation, she becomes vulnerable with Tyler for the first time. And we just have to say that if by this point you were clueless that Tyler was the Hyde, then we did not know what show you were even watching. It was glaring that Tyler was not the good guy he was trying to be. So the moment Wednesday began to move towards him, we knew this kiss was coming. And believe us when we say we were already cringing. The kissing scene was not necessary, did not have to happen, and was still very inappropriate.
Speaking of suffering, where's your date? I didn't see you and Xavier on the dance floor.
We had a little tiff.
Number 1, the bloody dance scene.
They couldn't even spring for real pig's blood.
Don't grab your pitchforks just yet, hear us out. We loved this scene. In fact, we are not surprised that Wednesday's dance moves went on to become a viral challenge on TikTok. There is no doubt that Tim Burton has mastered the art of making references to iconic characters and scenes, and this modern take that parodies the iconic pig blood scene from the 1976 horror film Carrie is one that we definitely appreciate. Unfortunately, this does not cover the fact that the scene is a little bit too much. The once beautiful setting of the dance is changed when Lucas and his minions infiltrate the Nevermore Academy. They blame the Nevermore kids for the disaster that was their outreach day. So in order to get back at the so-called outcasts, they hatch a plan to spray pig's blood, or in this case, red paint everywhere. The chaos is unleashed through the sprinklers right after Wednesday wraps up her dance. As expected, Wednesday is not moved by the prank or even scared, to say the least. But we can't say the same for the other kids. They begin to scream and run in different directions, some even slipping on the paint while at it. This scene is a gory mess, so it just had to make her inappropriate list.
He's our Uber driver?
Uber driver? I thought we were going on a date.
I thought this was a girls' night out.
What do you think about these scenes? Let us know in the comments. Like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to our channel. You don't want to miss upcoming videos like this, so hit that notification bell to stay updated.
Eugene Ottinger, 2100 hours. No movement at the cave. No sign of the target.